This is terrible. I believe you have seen the news circulating on social media that Boko Haram killed some numbers of Cameroonian military in the far north region of Cameroon, and many were wounded and property burned. We saw a military vehicle totally burnt to nothing. This is Boko Haram that have been in Cameroon for many years, since 2014 that Boko Haram first attacked Cameroon. It is a Nigerian-based terrorist group, but spread in 4 different countries. Simultaneously, they are attacking 4 different countries: Cameroon, Nigeria, Chad, Niger. But all these 4 countries are unable to defeat Boko Haram. And that is why I am asking this particular question. Where is Boko Haram having the weapons they are using? How are those weapons getting into the forest where they are hiding? What is it that it is so difficult for these 4 countries to engage Boko Haram on no stop until they defeat them? What is happening that they allow Boko Haram to be operating all this year? Because I cannot believe. And today on TFA Talking Point, I'm going to talk about this issue of Boko Haram again. There are several videos I have presented concerning Boko Haram. So if this is our first time on TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel and follow us. And know that TFA Talking Point is all about proposing lasting solution to societal problems. And your comment is very, very important for us. If you think and have any strategy on how the Boko Haram can be defeated, our soldiers are going, our civilians are going, our children are going. They are burning down villages, frustrating lives. The soldiers are trying their best to defeat these people, to defend us, because if none of them, of these soldiers, Boko Haram could have captured nearly all these countries. We are thanking the soldiers, we are thanking the military for this work that they are doing so that we can sleep in peace. So what are the issues that the governments of all these 4 countries have to put together in order to defeat Boko Haram? The first thing they have to do is to take away corruption in their country. If they stop corruption, if they reduce corruption, they are going to weaken Boko Haram, because all the weapons Boko Haram are using are coming from abroad. How are they getting into the forest where they are? It is through corruption. The government of all these countries have to stand up and say no to corruption. Anything getting into, whether it is coming through non-governmental organization, everything has to be searched. And all military bases in your own country, you have to stop and remove them first thing, because they might be the ones supplying Boko Haram with weapons. Non-governmental organization that you do not know whether they are Red Cross, whether they are which kind of non-governmental organization, any item that they are taking to any village or taking it into your country, make sure that you know the content of that, the detailed content of that that they are bringing. This is the first thing. The second thing that these governments have to do, Nigeria, Cameroon, Chad, Niger, have to do is to struggle by all possible means to eradicate illiteracies. Boko Haram took advantage of the high level of illiteracies in these countries. It is through this that they are having soldiers, they are having fighters, they are having suicide bombers. They deceive little children just because they are illiterate to become fighters. If the government of all these countries, I believe it was a Nigerian professor who said the children of the poor you refuse to train today will not allow your own children live in peace. The wicked people have taken advantage of those children that you refuse to train. Those children that you push them below poverty line and say they must remain there because of bad governance. They are the one that Boko Haram are using. Boko Haram are using them more than you plan to use them. because I believe you allow them in poverty so that you can manipulate them during election period. But Boko Haram came and took advantage of this. So the next one is poverty. If you can eradicate poverty, where the common people will have the basic things of life, they will not be deceived. Many of these people that Boko Haram are using, they just deceive them. Maybe that they will give them 100,000 francs. Or they will give them some kind of money that they have never seen, they have never heard of. And the Boko Haram deceived them. The other thing that I am praying that the government of all this country is frustration, that they have to take away frustration. Thousands or millions of citizens in this country are frustrated, especially in Nigeria, northern part of Cameroon. I don't know about Chad and Niger, but these people are frustrated. I'm talking about frustration. They are frustrated. Majority of the citizens are frustrated. And Boko Haram took advantage of this. So if you take away all these things, you are going to weaken Boko Haram. And if you refuse to and see that you cannot take away all these things because also you are partaking in it, then you people should engage Boko Haram. Engage them in a fight. No stop pushing and pushing. When you push them and they go into the forest, do not come back and see and say you have defeated them. They ran away. To where? Stay in your own territory. Push them until when you circle them round. Until when you people will meet at the center, you know that you have eradicated all Boko Haram. Then you can come back and sit. If you do this and engage Boko Haram and stop the entry, anything coming in, stop their supplies, and then you will defeat them in a very short while, because when they will run out of bullets and weapons, they will surrender. Many of them would surrender to the military. But if you engage them today and then go and seek for 7 months, then they bring out supplies, they bring in things to cover what they lost during the fight, then you can never defeat them. Boko Haram have overstayed. And now is the time that all these government need to push them out. Out. I am congratulating the military. But the problems in all this country is poor governance. Is the main problem.